Am I losing it? Oh, should we let the opening play?
Sure.
Wow.
It's been a long time.
Right? I'm not gonna lie, I don't quite remember the opening.
Well, the opening kind of went hard.
Never mind, I do remember the first time we watched this opening and we were like, there's so many dudes!
Oh my god, right. Could not keep up. Oh man, and then I think I remember they put like 3 men to the screen at once and I was like, are you fucking shitting me?
There it is. It's because they had to try and push Sanan as far to the corner as possible. Because nobody wants to look at that man. It's a real shame that this Soul Glasses character in this is just the worst piece of shit.
Literally. And the fact that we can't try to date the princess. So fucked, bro.
Oh my god, that's right. The princess gets so many good fucking scenes and then they're just like, bye-bye! I'm like, no, come back!
Damn, they ain't even get- oh, there they are. Who's Motoma? Who the fuck was that guy?
Side characters?
Jeez! Okay, now I'm interested. We'll see. Good night, I'm sorry. I gotta keep my mouth
That's right,
shut.
there was that fucking long-haired guy too. Man.
What
He's
are you
not an
talking
option
about?
though. That one long-haired guy who was like really intimidating and scary and honestly
yeah,
he freaked me
but-
out a little bit, but also like, hey-oh.
It was a little appealing, but also he was kind of like, he was with the bad guys. He was a
He
shitlord.
was, but I mean, look.
No,
we
I
can fix
remember he had a
him.
specific line where it was like, you're not just like with them, you are in with them.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I remember it was something.
Dang.
And we were like, we can't be friends anymore.
Huh?
Was it morning? What the fuck happened to me? I don't remember going drinking.
Blacked out real bad, guys.
Ah, yeah. Not a blackout from drinking.
Right.
All at once, the events of the previous night rushed back to me. Oh, did you want to go back to what we originally planned?
We could if you wanted to, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This isn't my room! My limbs were snugly bound in tight knots, and all I can do is wriggle in bed, twisting the blankets around me. I yearned for the comfort of my own futon, but the futility of such thoughts only forced me to confront the reality of the situation. I'ma die.
If only I could wake from this strange nightmare.
But I could not. Those men from the night before must have taken me with them to the headquarters of the Shinsengumi.
What's gonna happen to me now?
Death. I inhaled deeply, lying down and waiting my fate. I imagine we're just lying straight on our face. At that moment, the door slid open and a kind-looking man stepped through.
ああ、目が覚めたかい？すまんな、こんな扱いで。今、縄を緩めるから少し待ってくれ。
His smile quirked as he removed my ropes. My wrists, however, were left bound. Wait, what the fuck else was tied up?
And you are?
ああ、そうか。私はね、井上源三郎というんだ。
Thank you, Inoue.
さて、ちょっと来てくれるかい？今朝から幹部連中であんたについて話し合っているんだが、ゆうべあんたが何を見たのか確かめておきたいってことになって。
I saw nothing. What are you talking about?
Okay.
I nodded curtly and struggled to stand, but my body was sore from being bound up all night. Y'all shouldn't have done that. treated me with something like courtesy, but it was clear that I was just a piece of shit. Must have been able to guess my thoughts, however, because he smiled at me and winked.
心配しなくても大丈夫さ。なりは怖いが気のいい者たちばかりだよ。
Totally. Even at home, I had heard rumors, dum-dum. They're not flattering. Hard to imagine that the people in charge of such an organization are gentlemen.
一番年の若い東堂君は君よりちょっと年上
Oh,
くらい
good
だ
old
よ。
Toto.
Man.
それに長倉君と原田君という賑やかな二人組もいるから大丈夫。
You can skip them.
Right. Despite Inoi's reassurances, it was difficult for me to trust what I was hearing is accurate. Except for Toto. That guy sounds legit.
Excuse me.
Inoue led me to a room and opened the door. I stepped inside and found myself surrounded by the leaders of the Shinsengumi. Their eyes dug into me like sharp knives. I stared before me and then gulped nervously.
Ohayo. Kino wa yoku nemureta?
Do I fucking look
Not
like I slept
really.
well?
Well, it wasn't particularly comfortable.
Every time this man speaks, I just want to start shit. I'm like, really? You want to go?
そうなんだ。
Fucking
さっ
punk
き僕
ass.
You would know, wouldn't you?
君、全然起きてくれなかったよね。
I will
So
end your
I
life.
can charge you with assault.
幸せそうな寝顔でぐっすりだったみたいだけど。
I was in a coma.
The shit.
からかわれているだけだ。掃除はあんたの部屋になど行ってない。
See, Saito's the only one we can trust. Quite silent, I stared at this bitch ass. Grin still fucking spread across his face like a piece of shit. Glancing over at Saito.
もう少しこの子の反応を見たかったんだけどな。はじめくんもひどいよね。勝手にバラすなんてさ。
Justice. I don't think Saito did anything wrong. You, on the other hand,
おいてめえら無駄口ばっか叩いてんじゃ
Maybe
ね
we
え
are a bunch of kids. Hijikata's voice brooked no further insubordination. Okita shrugged and fell silent, but the smile lingered through his stupid fucking
で
eyeballs.
さ土方さんそうい
Oops, I skipped his line. Oops, my bad. Man who spoke was, well, he's a good boy. Maybe this is the youthful Shinsengumi captain that, it was describing to me. I imagined the leaders of the Shinsengumi to be older, maybe even middle-aged men, but they're all, like, weirdly hot. In fact, one might even confuse them at first glance for a gang of bohemian thugs.
ちゃい
I forgot about this
しまだ
soon.
ガキだろこいつ
that's the worst fucking
お
Zoom
前が
ever.
ガキとか言わないわけですよ
だな。世間様から見りゃ、平助もこいつも似たようなもんだろうよ。
ガキ扱いしていいのは俺みたいな立派な大人になってからだぜ。
立派な大人って。ま、新八が言っても説得力も何もねえがな。
The way that you can barely even tell that Shinpachi's turned down, though.
Oh.
Two
Right.
men, two
That's
men
great.
nearby replied to Toto with very mocking but light-hearted tones. Somewhat recalled Inoue's description of the two energetic members. His mention of them was brief, but seeing them in person was an eye-opening experience. Wink wonk. He said the show had to look, I don't know. Short-haired one was Nagakura, and the other one with longer hair was Harada. Did he ever explain all that? Because I'm not sure he did.
うるさいなおじさん二人は黙ってなよ
ふざけんなよこのお坊ちゃまが。俺らにそんな口聞いていいと思ってんのか。
平助におじさん呼ばわりされるほど年は食ってねえよ。新八はともかく、俺はな。
てめえ裏切るのか佐野。
へへ新八さん図星されて怒るって大人げねえよな
Their back and forth rapport seemed developed into a rhythm from years of friendship, which predated my arrival and made me foreign here, Because
no.
that's definitely the only reason that I'm out of place here. I sense something apart from curiosity towards me, though. Like a feeling of animosity. What?
That's crazy.
Despite their cheerful levity, they had not forgiven my presence among them. Look, I didn't want to be here, y'all. I want to go home. I just want to leave this place and, like, never come back. My chest tightened and I stared down, hoping to wake up in bed with all of this just a memory.
口さがないことばかりで申し訳ありません。
Oh, oops, that's you.
Oh.
His voice is calm and warm, but also I don't like him.
何言ってんだ。一番怖いのはあんただ
So true.
Literally. As he finished speaking, the rest of the men nodded solemnly. Even they know. Who the hell could do this?
おや、心外ですね。皆さんはともかく鬼の副長まで何をおっしゃるんです？私はいつだって新選組の規範を第一に考えているだけです。
No one asked for this.
その規範、ご法度を決めたのは土方君、君じゃなかったですか？確かに決めたのは俺だ。だが、今はそんなことを言ってる時じゃねえだろう。
The man called Sanan and Hijikata stared at me. One another, just kidding, I was not in this equation. They're smirking at each other.
トシと三男君は相変わらず仲が良いな。
No one's lucky to
No.
have that man as a friend, you clown. Hijikata and Sanan sounded distant when they spoke to one another, not friendly. Still, this guy certainly sounds like he thought that they were friends. What a clown.
ああ、自己紹介が遅れたな。俺が新選組局長、近藤勇だ。
When you say chief, do you mean to say you're like the most important man here?
Are you who I should be kissing ass to?
いや、まあ、俺が偉いわけじゃない。皆の代表ということだよ。それから、そこの都市が副長で、横にいる三男君は総長を務めていて。
いや、近藤さん。なんでいろいろ教えてやってんだよ、あんたは。
まずいのか？
情報を与える必要がないんだったら黙ってる方が得策なんじゃないですかね。
わざわざ教えてやる義理はないと思うけど。
確かにそうなんだが、紹介しないことには話が進まんだろう。
It's really a shame he isn't around.
Yeah. But isn't he also like way older than everybody else?
I think a little bit.
How did
But
that?
that's okay.
That's okay. We can work with that. He glanced over at Kondo and let out a bark of laughter.
まあ、
More
ここまで
barking.
来たら知られて困ることもねえけどな。
Kondo had looked rather disappointed when Hijikata spoke, but he perked up at Harada's words. Despite knowing him for 5 minutes, it's easy to see that his words resonated well with his men. He had sort of a charisma that just drew you in. He's kind of impossible to hate.
さて、本題に入ろう。まずは改めて昨晩の話を聞かせてくれるか。
はい。昨晩京の都を夜間巡察中に不老の老師と遭遇。一部の大使らが老師を無力化しましたが、その折彼らが失敗した様子をこの者に目撃されています。
As he finished, Saito turned and looked at me. I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
I didn't see anything.
Even with my insistence, Hijikata continued to stare at me with a harsh glance. Rude. Saito remained expressionless, and the smile on Okita's face didn't change. Boy.
なあ、お前本当に何も見てないのか？
See what?
Huh? Who, me? What?
Did something happen last night? I don't know.
Do I even exist?
I was just looking at the sky all the time.
見てないんならいいんだけどさ。
あれ
Yeah.
当時の
So glad you believe in
お
me.
前が大使どもを助けてくれたって話だったもん。
Okay, he does sound
Oh.
slightly quieter than everyone else. Hold on. I'm gonna turn him up just a little bit. I'm sure I'll regret that, but what? No.
I don't fucking know what he's talking about. He's a liar. He's a snake.
A snake. Wait, who are we talking about? Okita?
Yeah.
Ah, yes. When I glanced over at Okita, his smile remained. Whatever he's thinking is a fucking mystery to everybody because he's a crazy person.
I was running away from some dudes. And then some, people with your uniforms showed up. They rescued me, bruh. I don't remember any crazy people.
No, I closed my eyeballs.
Nah, bruh. I saw the other people doing it. It's fine.
This is hard to deny. But I knew that choosing to stay silent would implicate me deeper than lying would.
You already started the lie. You couldn't even go through with it. You fucking idiot.
We're bad at this.
Fucking shit.
根が素直なんだろうな。それ自体は悪いことじゃないんだろうが。
I wasn't sure what to make of Haruda's words. My presence seems to be bad here. I think I might die. Would their next words be ones condemning me to death for being at the wrong place at the time? My voice shook, but I knew I had to try.
I ain't gonna tell anybody. Like, Scout's honor, dude.
Scout's honor.
偶然老子に絡まれていたという君が私たちに期待するものとまでは言いませんが
Literally, what did I do?
君に言うつもりがなくとも相手の誘導尋問に乗せられる可能性
Who the fuck is gonna torture me besides you guys?
To listen to any who speak is torture. His voice was still warm, but also not at all, because I don't like any of this. My chances at life, they're slipping away.
話さないというのは簡単だが、この者が新選組に義理立てする理由もない。
約束を破らない保証なんてないですし、やっぱり解放するのは難しいですよね。ほら、殺しちゃいましょうよ。口封じするなら、それが一番じゃないですか。
Hey, yo, we ain't gotta go that far.
そうじ、物騒なことを言うな。お上の民をむやみに殺して
Yeah,
なん
what
と
he
する
said.
そんな顔しないでくださいよ。今のはただの冗談ですから。
I'm gonna fucking punch him in the head.
あんたは冗談に聞こえる冗談を言え。
After being rebuked by Saito, Okita just gave a playful fucking smile.
しかし、なんとかならんのかね。まだこんな子供だろう。
Yeah, think of me as a poor
私
child.
も何とか
Save
してあ
me.
げたい
Think of the
とは思います
children,
が
namely
うっ
me.
かり漏らされでもしたら一大事です。さて、私は副長のご意見を伺いたいのですが、いかがですか、土方副長。
The men looked at Hijikata, listening intently. He sighed and glanced around the room.
俺たちは昨晩、指導に背いた大使を粛清した。こいつはその現場に居合わせた。
それだけだとおっしゃりたいんですか。
実際このガキの認識なんざ、
Are you
そ
gonna
の
let me
程
go?
度のもんだとは思うんだが。
I'll just go. It's cool.
けどよ、こればっかりは大義のためにも内密にしなきゃなんねえことだよな。新選組の大使は血に狂ってるなんて噂が立ちゃ、俺らのタイムにだって支障が出るぜ。
Shinpachi's words made sense to everybody. Except for me, because I don't know what's going on. Hijikata's face looks grim.
おい、言葉を慎め。俺は指導に背いた大使を粛清したと言ったはずだぞ。
でもまあ、どっちみち見たことは変わらないんですけどね。
総司の意見にも一理あると思うが、まあ、俺は土方さんや近藤さんの決定に従う。
俺は逃がしてやってもいいと思う。
That's our boy.
こいつは別にあいつらが血に狂った理由を知っちまったわけでもないんだしさ。
The fuck you mean everything?
I don't know anything at all. Couldn't help but wonder aloud, and the mood in the room shifted to an icy silence. Oopsie.
I mean, I didn't ask shit. I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go. Pack up the car. Bye bye.
悪い。
ああ、これでますます君の無罪放免が難しくなる。
His fucking smart ass face. I swear to God.
The only word we heard was everything, not fucking
Like,
literally.
literally.
This makes no difference for what we know.
男子たるもの死ぬ覚悟くらいできてんだろ。お前も
Good
諦
thing
め
I'm
て早く食っちまい
not a
な。
man.
I'm not a man at all. Just rip all the clothes off. A man, you say? Oh, right. They think that I'm a boy. Dummies. Everything else that happened, I'd completely forgotten how I was dressed.
確かに潔く死ぬのも男の道だな。
What?
俺も若い頃は
Clearly not. Look at you.
I too have died. Die with honor, dum-dum.
サノの場合、まだ生きてるけどな。
Their jokes are nonsensical, but they think it's real funny.
副長、結論も出ないことですし、一旦この者を部屋に戻してはどうでしょうか。同席させた状態で誰かが機密を漏らせば、処分も何も殺すほか。
At least you have my back.
Exactly. He's right. If I
What an
remain
angel.
with them, I could easily hear something I wasn't supposed to. Didn't think he'd mention it for my sake, but rather for my sake, because he's obviously perfect for us.
We're like meant to be.
Right? I'm so relieved that he brought that up.
そういうことにするか。ちょっと調べたいこともあるしな。
私もその判断には賛成しますよ。
Oops.
三男さん、わざわざこっち見て言うとかきつい。
まあ仕方ねえよ。うかつなのは俺らの担当だろ。主に平介とかな。
Just a little bit.
そんな責めるなよ。俺だって悪気はなかったんだからさ。
Could hear Toto's voice rise as everyone turned to look at him. He looked at them for a bit and then turned to me and mumbled in a voice that I could barely hear.
あのさ、悪かったな。
Still apprehensive about what they might do to me, so I couldn't quite respond to him well, but also we know that he's a homie. He's a good boy. I managed to nod. It's the most I can do.
それじゃ斎藤、こいつを頼む。
承知しました。行くぞ。
Thanks, bro.
That's right.
You're a real one. I won't forget this.
Roma. After returning to my room, I spent some time reflecting upon my state and my still bound hands. Ouchie, wouchie.
Ugh.
The rumors spoke of the Shinsengumi as vicious men, but they seemed more intimate, human to me. Oh. Still, their presence or their being lingered through me as if to say, we're not killers, but also we're gonna kill you.
Remaining here is only bringing me closer to the possibility of them killing me.
Haha.
I don't know if I can convince them to spare me.
Just as I have no loyalty to them, they have no loyalty to me. Only the Shinsengumi.
But then again,
They mentioned a man must always be ready to face death. So are they still mistaking me for a man? And if so, can I use this to my advantage? Could I possibly risk exposing my true identity in exchange for mercy on my life? This could just as easily backfire, though, and possibly even worse than death could happen, so maybe that's a bad plan. It's truly at a loss for what to do. We must attempt to explain. Saito will understand. I'm telling them the truth. Perhaps if I did, they'd understand my dilemma.
perhaps they think I'm from Kyoto as well.
If I told them that I'm just a tourist, they might even lower their guard, maybe. I didn't know anyone in Kyoto. I only came here to look for my father.
I haven't even told them I'm a girl.
Girl, I can't believe you just said that out loud in here. The rest perhaps could wait, but I felt that it might be wise to tell them that I was a girl. Maybe once I have one of them in front of my face, though, and not just talking to myself, because, dear God, took a breath and screamed loudly.
Why would I do that? Why can't I just wait?
Why are we like this?
Excuse me, is anyone there?
After a few
that was
moments,
quick.
the door slid open. And a lot of people are here. Wowee.
大胆だなお前さん。囚われの身分で俺らを呼びつけるなんてよ。
That's not.
で、自分から声をかけてくるなんざ、そろそろ腹も決まったのか。
Yes, I would like to not die.
Kind of. How about you listen to my story?
Once upon a time.
おそらくあんたの事情は汲めないだろう。それでよければ話すといい。
Okay, but context is always very important for a court case. Oh.
An exasperated sigh.
Jeez, everyone really is here.
Jeez Louise, they're already killing us off.
ほら、男なら諦めが肝心だ
I'm
ろ。
gonna fucking
Jokes
punch all
on
of you.
my guy.
See,
That's
about
the
that.
thing.
They all spoke as if they'd already consigned me to death. What the heck? We are going to tell them why we came to Kyoto. I love this give up option. Yes, I turned to Saito. He's cold, but also, like, he's chill, you know?
I'm looking for somebody
Somebody.
who love. Just kidding. That's a goal for the future. Anyways,
we'll talk about that later.
unfortunately, I don't actually know anyone in Kyoto. I kind of got here like yesterday afternoon. You know, like right before.
He's like,
Wow.
yes.
Wow. He said, thank God I hate those Kyoto girls.
Oh, it was funny as shit. Wait, why is he already calling us a girl?
今の今日は治安があんまし良くねえし、人探しは楽じゃねえよな。
I mean,
女?
oh my god. I mean, we did say that out loud to ourselves, but also, what the heck?
Yeah, you figured it out.
Or you heard me. Tell me which one. Hee
少し見ていればわかる。
Oh,
あんたの仕草は女子のものだ。
god damn it. We gotta, like, spit more. Just spit on the floor everywhere.
待ってよ。女って本当なのか？そう言われてみると確かに動きがおしとやかな感じ。
God damn it, y'all.
そうだよな。俺は最初から気がついていたぜ。
俺ってやつは。
Oh my god. Why does he sound like we just fucking killed him?
女のことは知らなくて、だからその。言葉もない
You're just really good at cosplay.
女関係は最高に疎いもんな、お前。だってよ、最初に言ってくれなきゃ。
ひとまず副長の元へ戻るぞ。当然だがあんたにも来てもらう。事情の説明は全員が揃ってから改めて頼む。
I didn't realize that's all I had to say. But thanks. Sounds good.
Also, though, this makes less sense because they knew already, right? They took one fucking look at us and were like, oh, that's a fucking chick, dum-dums.
Okay, but that's the same
somehow-
thing that happened when we tried to escape.
I mean, yeah, but also, like, I don't understand why this... Never mind. It doesn't matter. He's looking at me and nodding cool. I'm nodding too. Cool. We're cool. There I was, surrounded once again by the leaders of the Shinsengumi.
少年にしては華奢で可愛らしい顔をしていると思っていたんだが、まさか本当に女子だったとはな。
Kondo's nodding his head repeatedly like he was totally in on the joke. For him to notice the softness of my features. What the heck? Why are you staring at me so hard?
女だって聞いてから見ると女にしか見えなくなってくるんだよな。
Y'all really trying to make yourselves feel better here, huh? Like, oh yeah, totally. Of course. I knew that.
しかし女の子を一晩縄で縛っておくとは悪いことをしたね。
Feel bad.
でもよ、女だって言うが別に証拠はないんだろ。
I hate this
Sir.
man.
Sir. Fucking what did you just say?
証拠も何も一目瞭然だろうが。なんなら脱がせてみるか。
Y'all, I have
What
a
did
sword.
you say?
Y'all, I have a sword and I am afraid to use it, but I will maybe do it possibly at some point in this game. God, that's all I want is just a chance for our fucking sword to taste some blood.
許さんぞ。衆目の中、女子に肌をさらさせるなど言語道断。
だがな、それが一番手っ取り早いと思ったんだ。無理にとは言わないがな。
でもよ、本当に女だって言うなら殺しちまうのもねえよな。
Do we not kill women here?
何甘いこと言ってるんだ。男だろうが女だろうが性別の違いは生かす理由にならねえだろう。
I'm glad you're fair.
Right.
ですが、女性に限らず
Killing in general is wrong. Shut the fuck up. Don't you pretend to take the fucking high road here.
今日の治安を守るために組織された私たちが無益な殺生をするわけにはいきません。
結局女の子だろうが男の子だろうが今日の平安を乱しかねないなら
A
話は
horse
別です
of a different color.
Interesting.
I don't remember that phrase being in here before. That's whack. The Shinsengumi had already suffered a very gruesome reputation in Kyoto. If rumors spread that their men were thirsty for blood, things weren't likely to go well for them. Kyoto would banish them, and then with no one to protect the people, the city would erupt into chaos.
Chaos.
Each of their members deeply understood the consequences of behaving rashly in these times. Then again, not that anyone would know that, you know, they murdered me.
悪いが、お前の荷物を改めさせてもらったぞ。どうやら江戸からここまで一人で来たみたいだな。
Ah.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You having some yummy snackies?
Maybe.
What kind of snackies?
An Oreo.
Nice.
荷物はわずかな着替えと一月分の小銭、それと数通の手紙とこの子たち。
My sword.
幕府御殿医の松本良順の名前があった。おそらくそこを訪ねたんだろう。
Haha.
お前
That's
の
funny
目的は何
to
だ
say that.
The minute my name was spoken, the vibe in the room shifted immensely. I'm so popular. Everyone wore a stunned expression, eyes wide, no words were uttered in response until...
土方さん、その名前は。
おいおい、偶然にしちゃできすぎだぜ。
No one else could possibly have this last name.
まあ待て。それを判断するためにも、まずは君の話を聞かせてくれるかな。
At Kondo's behest, I stood up to speak.
Well, my name is Breeze Yukimura.
Under the... what, go on.
No, I thought I was going to continue talking, but she didn't.
Under the watchful eyes of the leaders, I sharply described how I came to face them. How I lived in Edo. How I'd come to Kyoto to find my father. How lonely the city felt before I arrived. It was
That
just
wasn't
like
the detail you needed to
really
account, girl.
sad.
そうか。出身も江戸だったのだな。父上を探して遠路
Yeah,
離れ
aren't
京
I a
に来たの
good
か。
kid?
してお父上は何という方かね。
My father is Kodo Yukimura.
つながったな。
What you talking about?
あなたが持っていた手紙の筆跡。まさか本当に行動さんのご息女とはね。
Oh wait, our dad's also a doctor?
You know my dad?
Silence was enough to tell me that the revelation of my parentage caused a pronounced change in their behavior.
どこまで知ってる？
What the
What
fuck
the
are you
fuck?
talking about?
What?
How did you come to
Unbelievable.
that conclusion? Like literally, are you what?
いいから洗いざらい全部吐け！何しに今日に来やがった？
I will throw hands.
Looking for my dad. I mean, I just said it. I don't know what else to tell you.
親父の行動さんが何をしてるか知っててここに来たんだろうが。
Yeah, he's here for medical work. I mean, I haven't seen him since like last summer. So, what else you want me to say?
土方君。
I think my dialogue is a lot better.
I mean, it matches pretty well.
So, what do you know about my dad? Y'all want to tell me where he is? Because I mean, we can go all night. Debating is what I meant. Talking, just talking about my dad. I have a lot of stories of when I was young, you know.
We can just like, some stories. It'll be so fun. Like a sleepover. Oh my god.
We can like even make s'mores.
Shit, and popcorn. I'm so
my God.
hyped.
I love popcorn. Do you have butter?
コードさんの行方は現在新選組でも探している。
You're after my dad? So that means we're in this together.
勘違いしないでね。
Oh, in this
僕たちがコー
together.
ドさんを狙ってるわけじゃないから。
That's just what you said. Okay. Sure.
Sure, I guess a huge wave of relief came over me. I can speak. Oopsie. Wait, what the fuck do you mean? Quick load?
同じ幕府側の協力者なんだけど、実は彼、夏から行方知れずなんだよね。
No.
Yeah, no shit.
幕府をよく思わない者たちが行動さんに目をつけた可能性が高い。
I let out an audible gasp, but Saito continued without paying me any mind.
生きている公算も高い。乱方位は利用価値がある存在だ。
Wasn't sure what else to do, so I guess I'm nodding now. My heart pounds in my chest and threatens to burst onto the floor. That would be such a mess.
近藤さん、どうでしょうか。同じ人物を探す者同士、彼女に手を貸してあげてはいかがかと。
手を貸すとはどういうことかね。
行動さんが見つかるまで互いに協力し合うということです。彼女に協力してもらうことで行動さんが見つかる可能性は格段に上昇するでしょう。私たちがいくら探しても姿形を変えられてしまっては見抜くことは難しい。
You just said that both
行動
options
さん
are
の
awful.
娘である君ならば身なりが変わっていようとカンパできますね。
Totally.
Yeah. I remember him when he used to have hair.
I nodded.
He puts
as
on a wig, gets him over.
I nodded.
For
as
him,
I
I mean.
I have such a steady, reassuring smile. Are you reassured?
それに彼女が手中にあるというのは何かと都合がいいと思います。
I'm a great cook. I know how to make soup and rice.
Just soup and rice.
三男君の意見に俺は賛成だな。
こいつが本当に何も知らねえって言うんなら。
Yo, why would I lie? All I know is that my father came to Kyoto. I don't know anything else, man. I don't know anything.
What do you want from me?
And like last night, I didn't see anything.
I
Nothing.
was drinking so hard, just
I don't
blacked
even
out.
remember last night. Like, what?
Last night? Did that even happen?
Exactly.
まあ、あの乱暴医の娘となりゃ殺しちまうわけにもいかねえが。
I'm a precious commodity.
His eyes narrowed as he looked down at me.
昨べの件は忘れるって言うんなら、父親が見つかるまでお前を保護してやる。
That's the most square fare I've ever
見つけるため
seen.
ならば、我ら新選組は協力は惜しまんとも。
You're so kind. Thank you, man.
I never imagined something like this. I was elated to have escaped death, but not only had I survived, I found my first decent lead.
And a
殺されずに済んで
free
よかった
place
ね。
to stay.
とりあえずはだけど。
Unless I
Go
kill you.
home. Give me that same wolfish grin. No denying that my situation is still less than fucking desirable with this Yahoo around, but I guess it doesn't matter for now.
I'm so glad to be here with everyone else.
Against all odds, at last I found help where I never would have expected it, the Shinsengumi. My first day in Kyoto was quite the adventure. In spite of everything I'd seen, my fortune was improving with every step. Still had a long way to go, but keeping positive was my only hope.
雪村くん、よかったね。これからはよろしく頼むよ。
Thanks, man. It's a pleasure to be here.
There was so much
なんとなれば、
hesitation.
ここのような男女体では申し訳ない気がするんだが。
ええ、そうですね。これはちょっと困りましたな。
Yeah, where do we use the bathroom this entire game?
Oh god. What happens when we go on our period?
Oh,
Oh.
God.
Oof. Kondo crossed his arms and thought deeply.
不便があれば言うといい。その都度可能な範囲で対処しよう。
Thanks, man.
まあ、女の子となりゃ手厚くもてなさんといかんよな。
I'm gonna fucking hit this guy in the head.
新八さん女の子に弱いもんな。
いいじゃねえか。これで豚書が華やかになると思えば、新八に限らずはしゃぎたくもなるだろう。
Uh-huh.
I'm not entirely sure that I believe this.
とはいえ、ここでは女性として扱うのは難しそうです。
Y'all think I'm that fucking high maintenance? Fucking rude.
大使として扱うのもまた問題ですし、彼女の処遇は少し考えなければなりませんね。
A working bathroom and food.
Literally.
なら誰かの交渉にすりゃいいだろう。近藤さんとか三男さんとか。
Please don't make me sound on his page. I'll kill myself.
やだな、日高さん。
I'll frame
そういう
him.
時は言い出しっぺが責任取らなくちゃ。
ああ、そうだな。都市のそばなら安心だ。
そういうことで土方くん、彼女のことよろしくお願いしますね。
I love how much he looks like, why do I say anything?
てめえら、勝手に決めてるんじゃねえ。
As I watched their back and forth, some of my earlier relief began to ebb away. Maybe I did fuck up. This is how the Shinsengumi had come to look after me.